Respected judges, members of the staff, and dear friends, the topic that I got here to discuss with you today is COVID-19 and its impact on education. Now, the world has not witnessed a pandemic of this magnitude, and certainly it will have its effect on all sectors of human activity. But when it comes to educational sector particularly, then we have to talk about its positive as well as the negative impacts. Coming to the statistics. When the COVID-19 and the social distancing following it came into force in the world, about 140 nations declared a nationwide closure of all the schools and colleges. And it was at this point of time, about 1 billion students around the world and 321 million students in India did not have any idea how to continue their education. The zero academic year policy was just denied down. And another one which was much more practical and efficient was the online education system. By this, the students can approach the digital platforms and watch a live or recorded sessions, submit their assignments, interact with their teachers, to have doubts resolution sessions, etc. It was quite efficient, right? But for who? Or only for those students who have access to internet facilities. But according to the data in India, only 2 states have more than 40% of houses with internet facilities. The rest of the states have just 10 to 20% of the houses with internet facility. So because India is a country with more than 40% of the people living in poverty, the priority for these students will be to just fill their stomach rather than to find solution for the online education which they have no access to. India has a history of midday meal, and 2 years before, India faced the death of an 8-year-old girl in UP during Diwali vacation because the only source of food for that child was the midday meal in her Vidyalaya. To ensure that such things do not happen during the lockdown times, the government launched a program where every Anganwadi worker would reach to each child's house with 2 kg of wheat and 1 kg of pulses every month. But the policy has just vanished away from many states, and in Muzaffarpur we are witnessing the boys out in the farms helping their fathers by child labor, who are to be blamed. And so the government's responsibility is to ensure that when the schools reopen, maybe next year, when all the children are back in the school, these students has also the right to education by then. Now coming to the fee hike of the private schools. Though there are no vehicles out in the road during the lockdown, the private schools has ensured that they have charged the parents for the vehicle fee or the school bus fee. Parents and parent-teacher associations has reached the apex court with the complaints regarding the hike in the private schools regarding the fee. The Maharashtra and Kerala High Court had ruled out that if any fee hike is found out in the private schools, then there will be strict penalty against them. Now coming to the stress that the students are being faced during the online classes. About 5 to 6 hours of increased screen time, and it is affecting them mentally as well as physically. It will have a bad effect on their health in the long run. It leads to anxiety, depression, and even suicides. And India has the largest statistical data in the world of students committing suicides. Now, students are not exposed to any exercises. They do not have any physical games. They have a disordered eating habit. They have a sleeping cycle that is disastrous nowadays because they sleep late night and wake up late morning. And so in order to cope up with all the situation, it is the parents who are near them who have to take care of them. They have to ensure that students are not exposed to the phone unless they are studying during the online classes. And now coming to the OTBA or the Open Textbook Assessments. Because the online education is just plagiarized, and because the physical exams cannot be conducted, the schools has come. Some of the universities at least has accepted the policy of the Open Textbook Assessment, where the students can look and write from internet or books. And this is something that is innovative, or at least forces the students to think critically, because copying and pasting from some books or internet will not help in the marks. So all of these are the impacts that is being affected affecting the educational system. The Indian government as well as the international organizations has to reframe the right to education and ensure that, as I said before, all students who are dropping out today is there tomorrow when the schools reopen in 2021. And focusing or hoping for a new tomorrow where we all can meet without fear of the spread of the virus, I wind up. Thank you.